significant change, and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent. This country is representing people the way that's supposed to. I'll stand. There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality. There's people being murdered unjustly and not being held accountable. Cops are getting paid leave for killing people.
What sense does that make, huh? All they seeing is color, not the precious lives they take, bro. Foolish lies, disguise, open eyes, a crime multiplying, been a part of our lives. Unjustified, not a secret. Ignorant, they still gagging, killing our people. But through the scriptures, another child is born. Rights been in our system, giving through our children. An unprediction, best to know with all righteousness war. How long we mourn, carrying our wealth through the storm we grown. To be something different, much more than before. Populist for no reasons, open doors to our worlds. Right back, start to finish, we give it up to the Lord. Wrong moves, unlisted sickness, witness, then got to learn. If not, then burn. Make sure that survive with discern. Got weapons in our community to protect and serve who? And that's some bullshit, so come on, dude.
All of us as Americans should be troubled by these shootings, because these are not isolated incidents. They're symptomatic of a broader set of racial disparities that exist in our criminal justice system.
That was the song called Save, and that is from B-Luv, our guest that is joining us this evening, a local artist.
Thank you.
Platform.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. You know what I mean?
So, the song Save, I wanted to ask, was that song inspired from, have you ever dealt with any like police brutality?
I haven't dealt with like police brutality, like, you know what I mean, police just beat me up and shit. I mean, I'm sorry, can I cuss on her?
I kind of want to
just chill out. I'm trying. Let me else. But I have dealt with some police brutality before in my life, but not no fighting. You know what I mean? Not beating me up, but just fucking with. I mean, just was messing with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They you know what I mean, like jaywalking or just, you know what I mean, just dealing with them for, you know what I mean, since I was little and everything. But the song was inspired by what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What's going on how, you know what I mean, police is dealing with others. I mean, it's effective as all, you know what I mean, when it comes down to me seeing what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the song was inspired by that, by just saying, you know what I mean, by just
letting it be known that we need to enlighten each other. You know what I mean? Let them know that, you know what I mean, about the rules and regulations of what, when we get pulled over. When we get pulled over, look, man, I got my stuff, what's going on, what's the point, how your camera ready to film what's going on. I mean, the thing that's going on just to try to help us out to be saved from them doing stupid stuff to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was inspired off of what's going on in the community and what's going on out here in the world. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So give us a little rundown, like how long have you been an artist? Is this something that you've always wanted to do?
You know what? It came off of family. You know what I'm saying? I had, you know what I mean, my Uncle Kenny, when I was little, man, he was always talking about making music, doing music. Because music, my grandma be cleaning up and she'd be playing the oldies, you know what I'm saying, doing some stuff like that. And it always been there, and I grew up in church, so at the same time, the music always been the foundation of what's going on. But I just was having, you know what I mean, about in 2000, you know what I mean, I just started like, you know what I mean, hustling and saying, forget it, let me go ahead and do some music. Like I can do it, you know what I mean? So no trip, let me go ahead and make some music. But it's a lot of stuff that goes with it, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be signed by nobody. I was just being independent, like, okay, it's another hustle, I can get it, let's do it. You know what I mean? Everybody be on this one page, get it, you know what I'm saying? So it started off being like that because I seen some of my family members involved, like, you know what I mean, Mag, one of my guys, one of my cousins, you know what I mean, got signed by, you know what I mean, not about 1996. Yep. And that was making, you know what I mean, us like, okay, we beat, you know what I mean, go in there, we beat out for a little minute, write a little bit. The next thing you know what I'm saying, we'll get it fished out and then go back outside and play. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really not serious like that. You feel what I'm saying? Until when I got really serious about it is when my son got born. You know what I mean? When my son, you know what I mean, when I was like 23 years old, I was doing it, but I was just doing it as a hustle. Just be like, man, forget it, let's do something different. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to my son getting born, I got serious with it. Like, I got to make sure I'm saying some stuff that makes it hard for him to hear, for the old heads to hear. You know what I mean? It just make a change for it. So I got serious with it when my son got born. I did start doing it like, you know what I mean, about 19, 14. I mean, like in 2000, I got serious. I mean, 2000, I was doing it. But when I was like 23, like I say 2002, 2003, I started really getting serious.
What kind of rap would you consider your music to be?
Ghetto style. You know what I mean? I'm straight from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It come from nothing. You know what I mean? I consider it's music. I look at it as another form of making music. And I don't look at, you know what I mean, when you got these little kids that jump in the game without them graduating from school and without them having no type of weight under their belt for them to be rapping about something, they ain't rapping about nothing, but just talking bullshit. I mean, talking some shit.
Because they haven't, you know what I'm saying? Much, right?
But they don't have no weight underneath their belt. You feel what I'm saying? You finish school, get some education about yourself for you to spit some stuff so you can realize and appreciate life, so you can make some good music. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't got that under your belt, then you just gonna throw shit out there. Just like when I was done, just start spitting, get in the mode, and just start throwing stuff out there. But I look at music as another form of music, and it comes from nothing. You know what I'm saying? It comes from where we have nothing. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I mean, just making some stuff and just walking, just come off the top of your head and just spin it, but it feel good. You know what I mean? So I don't, you know what I mean, bash. You know what I mean? I try not to cuss that much in my music, because if you get my album, you ought to hear that it's not that much cussing in my music. You know what I mean? I do it if it's necessary. But at the same time, that's the reason why I write it. You know what I mean? And I make it as another form of music. I don't just jump into this whole little world facade of how rap's supposed to be like. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what my it comes from ghetto. You know what I mean? It comes from nothing. You know what I'm saying? It comes from, you know what I mean, nothing to making something. But it gotta be the roots of the seed that I plant gotta be growing. You know what I mean? I can't just throw no seeds out there without it growing the right way. You feel what I'm saying? Right. That's how I make my music.
So I always wonder, because you know how they got the East Coast, the West Coast, right? Yeah. So what is Minnesota considered?
Midwest. This is a Midwest thing. We ain't tripping about no, everything is going on with the West Coast and the South and the, you know what I mean, the West Coast, the East and the South, and everybody got their platform. Because you go to the East, you know what I'm saying, they got the music on that. You know what I mean? So it's a Midwest thing. You know what I'm saying? We as in the Midwest, in the middle, I represent the mad ass middle. I have my head this way or this way. You feel what I'm saying? It's my head. I wear it the way I want to wear it. But the point is, I'm trying to say is that it's the middle that counts. You see what I'm saying? With all of us individually as people. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes down to me, we represent the mad ass middle. You know what I'm saying? So the Midwest is where we have to support each other on the music. Everybody is not, you know what I mean, doing, you know what I mean, jumping on, you know what I mean, jumping on all the South and the West and the East and all that. We got to make music for ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And as we support each other on that, it will blow up the same way of everybody else by supporting each other on the same platforms of everybody doing the same thing. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
you know what I mean? We got the Scarfaces, we got the motherfucking Parks, you can't go through the West without going through the Midwest. You feel what I'm saying? You can't go through the South without going through the Midwest. It's in the middle. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm representing nothing but the middle. I come from Gary, I'm born in Gary, Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, man. It's just the middle, man. We just represent the middle and showing that we got talent. We got a lot of motherfuckers out here people that's out here that do shit. Do things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So you grew up in Gary, Indiana. Have you been in Minnesota all your life, or when did you come to Minnesota?
I came to Minnesota in '99. I mean, my cousin was up here, and after his daddy died, he had I was staying in Chicago at the time with my sister after I got out of the job corps, and I was about like 19 years old, and she was like, I was talking to my cousin. He had moved from Gary because his daddy died and moved up here with his mom. He was like, man, come on up here to come kick it with me. Came up here to come kick it with him around that time, and it went from there. You know what I mean? After I had a son, that's what made me stay. But at the beginning, I was going back and forth to the crib. I wasn't planning on staying until I had a child. You know, every man that when you have a son, man, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Gotta represent yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. And it's like, wow, you feel what I'm saying? So as my son being born, this just made me be like, okay, I gotta just, you know what I mean, stay up here and do what I do. You know what I mean? So I came up here in '99, you know what I'm saying?
So listening to your music, like a lot of the songs that you sent me, you made me have to actually really listen to the words, because I'm the person that the beat catches me first, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have a lot of up tempo, you know, that make
Yeah.
you. So
I mean, like I said, I'm representing the Midwest, man. You listen to a lot like Freddie Gibbs, you listen to his albums and shit, man. They kind of smooth. It's like certain things, we giving y'all a taste of how we pop it off. You know what I mean? It's still righteous though. You know what I mean? It's still righteous up, you know what I mean? Straight up and down. I'm giving y'all the whole nine of me. I'm giving y'all what I do. I love women. You know what I mean? I do my marijuana, you know what I mean? I talk about the community. I talk about God. I let it be known. I'm giving y'all the whole nine of me. So my songs is versatile. It's not gonna be on one page, but at the same time, what's the point of me getting pissed off? I can more of love than more than hate. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's, you know what I mean? Some people be like, man, shit is hard. It's hard to motherfucking love, but it's easy to hate. To me, it's like it's hard for me to motherfucking hate than me to love. I can love you because I mean, it's hard for me to do that shit. You know what I mean? Because God love us all. So it's like, shit, ain't no point of me motherfucking hating on y'all. Just leave you alone. Just keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, my music is just, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know what I mean? I can do them house shit off somebody featured and shit, but I'm just more smooth with it. I'm just more laid back and just letting shit fly. You feel me?
and I did notice that in your songs and when you speak on women, you do speak positive. So that's a good thing. I like that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Did anybody else have any input that they wanted to add for B-Luv? Did you guys get the chance to listen to any of the tracks I sent you?
I did.
Yeah, I listened to them. Yeah, I like it. If I like Save.
Yeah.
You like say, oh, well, thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Those
like
were the
Save.
main ones that I liked, and then I liked Piers Water.
You
And,
like Pure Like Water?
yeah, Pure
And
Like Water, and then
that's one of my favorites though. You know what I mean? That's really one of them. This is really just telling me about, you know what I mean? I got hit by a truck in 2014.
Mhm.
And that song, and this is the most excruciating pain I felt in my life. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I know I've done some things in the past that I'm not proud of. So I accepted that what's going on with what happened, you know what I mean? And things like that happen to us, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm here. God bless me to still be here. So when Pure Like Water came from just knowing the Holy Spirit, knowing that woman, that when you get baptized, when you knowing that it's pure like water. She, you know what I mean? She's there, she with you. You feel what I'm saying? And I was just embracing what I know about the woman. You know what I mean? My mother into the child. You feel what I'm saying? Of me knowing what's going on. Her personality be wild. I see, you know what I'm saying? It just really, you know what I mean? For real, I see a little bit of her personality be wild. You know what I mean? It touches me. So that whole song was just a part of what's up. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just representing the woman, my mama, to a child. You feel what I'm saying? A daughter. You know what I mean? So,
Okay. And what about Willing? Can you tell us a little about that?
Willing, now that's going to be on the second album. That's not going to be on this album, so it's not on this album. So if y'all got the album, y'all know.
On this album?
This album is Nothing More or Less. It got 12 tracks on it. And Willing is something that's coming off of the next album. I'm just throwing it out there for let people hear what's going on, what's coming.
Okay.
So, because I'm investing in myself. Like, you know what I mean? My label is Life Entertainment, but I'm doing it from the ground on up, step by step, so I can see everything and what I need to be seeing. You know what I'm saying? So, Willing is a new song that's coming off my album called Shitting on the Game. So, and that's expired. That, you know what, Willing is just something that I just, you know what I mean? I mean, like I say, I do the work as me writing it. And like I say, man, for any man that's out there, you put Christ first in whatever you do, it's gonna make sense to you. It's gonna make sense to the world. It's gonna be all right. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna prosper. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So when I wrote that song, Willing, I just write it. I just wrote it, but God made it make sense. And he put the right words and put it in the place for me. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't really know how hard it was. I just was writing it and putting it together, and it just felt good. Then when I hear it, I'm like, it's a cool ass, a hard ass song. You feel what I'm saying? Even with me, I be shocking myself. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I get the glory up. You feel what I'm saying? To what's up and honoring that. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what we got to do to acknowledge what's up, and I know where it really come from. You feel what I'm saying?
So did you, you said earlier that you're from the Midwest. I'm a New Yorker. For a long time.
Okay, New York, East Coast in the house.
Okay, a long time we felt like we had the whole monopoly on hip hop. We've accepted that there are others we accept. But my question to you is, are there any artists, hip hop artists, or any artists out there that inspire you and has inspired your music?
You know what, man, on everything I love. You know what? I'm more inspired by local artists than anything. I'm more inspired by, I've been listening to a lot of local artists, man. I'll be listening to guys that I'll be around, and people when I just hear from, from the house, from the crib. When I first heard, when the rap band really started popping off, like in 2000, 90s, around that time, when I first heard the Grind Family, when I first heard Rick Driller, when I first heard Freddie Gibbs, when I first heard these guys, I was like, okay, bet. I don't give a fuck what it was, what they was riding with, It was from the crib, and it's all love, doing something that's positive and popping it off. I like it. And I'll be hearing people I'm more inspired by the local shit, because when you listen at the people that's in the industry, that's in there, it's a lot of facade shit, and we don't know. You see what I'm saying? How you got there? Like if I ask a person how you got all that money, you can't tell me if you don't tell me how you got it by, keeping it G'd up on some shit without doing some bogus shit. Nigga, I don't know how you got there. You feel what I'm saying? Like even with Jay-Z. Jay-Z made a made man, but if you ask him how he started, he was selling dope at the time. Now what about my kid that's not selling dope, that he got good talent? You see what I'm saying? So I'm not looking at that person. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at the person that's really coming from the gutter and just talent out there. And I'm hearing it and like, nigga, stick with the script. You feel what I'm saying? And guys, keep on doing what you gotta do, and and popping off like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that I look at it when it comes to the stardom, because the stardom is a facade. You already born a star. You know what I mean? But they make you into that. You know what I mean? And put that in that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I look at them guys like it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You in a position, and the position that they hold, it consists of a lot of other things that I don't really know nothing about, but I see what's going on. But when it comes to the play, you'll know about it. You feel what I'm saying? So I look at a lot of artists. Like back in the day, you know what I mean? Like here, you know what I mean? My first love, my first thing that came off of music was Ghetto Boys. When I was locked up, you know what I mean? Ghetto Boys was my motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I like the size ain't shit for Bushwick. I like the motherfucking, I mean, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, cousin, but I'm just saying that's how I'm talking. But I'm just saying, Bush Ghetto Boys is my thing. You know what I mean? Scarface. I grew up off that. I related to them because I was going through some situations that made me relate to them. They raised a lot of ghetto guys. You know what I'm saying? Up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So, and what I mean by hood is that's my manhood. That's the standpoints. You know what I mean? Sadly and shit, I was a little nigga, but I was like shit. You know what I mean? I was liking that. So you know what I mean? Scarface. You know what I mean? I like the Pac. You know what I mean? I didn't like Pac in the beginning. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I thought he was motherfucking sugarcoat. I thought he was kissing girls' ass when he was talking about keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, but I started understanding I started liking them, started checking them out and everything. But I get from what it's worth. I like a lot of, it's a few. I like T.I., I like Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? I'll check them out like that. But like I said, I know their background. And we all know their background. But when you come to that position, when you see a kid that's not, and you just want to show them what's going on. Like when we get into the player talking about Takashi, then you understand where I'm coming from. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm good with the local and inspired by other guys that's striving to be what's up. You know what I mean?
So it's the local artists that have really brought you into the hip hop world more so than anyone else. But so when you're writing your songs, and because I listened to a couple of them, and I noticed that you kind of touch bases on all kinds of things. There's some spirituality in there. There's some political themes in there. There's love in there. So you're touching on everything. But who would you consider your target audience? Are you talking to young people coming up? Or are you talking to people in your dynamic? Or are you talking to, what generation do you think you speak to the most?
Check it out. On that thing I love. I was planning this. I'm 43 years old, baby. And on that thing I love. Before I even came into this music thing, I already had my plan up of what's going on. And I wanted, and I said this, when I make music, I want the young generations to learn from my music. I want my generation to relate to my music. And I want the old heads to remember through my music. So I want to hit all, you know what I mean? Like if I gave it to my mother, I want her to remember Christ. I want her to remember the things that's going on with music that make you feel good. For my generation, I want them to relate. I can understand where you're coming from. I can relate to where you're coming from. Young generations, I want you to learn from. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to, you know what I mean, put things in sort, make a song, make music. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's not no competition. You your own competition. You know what I mean? My motto was no competition because if I stop, I stop. You know what I'm saying? If I go, I go. You feel what I'm saying? I'm my own competition. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm trying to, I'm not hitting no one target generation. I'm in a generation I like music, and that's what I want. And when I had first said, I want the old heads to remember. I want the young generation to learn from. I want my generation to relate to. That's it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, so we're gonna play the song "Willin'." Give me 1 second here.
Yeah. Willie. You gotta be Willie, you know what I'm talking about? Big probably the topic, notice that no one can stop us. We back at it in a major way. Working harder, been called a problem, or targeted shit started, but it's life not made to break. Becoming one with the beat so your people can see what's really hood and really not street. Yeah, first and be last, not giving a fuck about a match. Trust and believe, baby, you all we need. You lead and I follow, yeah, it's an honor that promises some things will never change. You stayed in my life ever since that night and gave us our high that can ease our pain. You always been my partner and beyond, much farther a better day than yesterday. Music spread across nations, overseas in different locations. What it took was a little faith, but I had to be willing to risk it all and throw it all away. Cause what I'm feeling is spiritual and I want you here to stay. You give me a reason to show you off and let the world see your face. Yeah, I'm believing and you living long, you know better, it's whatever it takes. The only God can save us, yeah, we've been cursed at birth, but families flourish with no worries. Eyes get blurry at times, thinking what I left behind, seeing a newcomer that's not worthless. Until my time expired, you've been what my heart desired. You know this is a true story. Knowing you all that I have, so I continue doing my math, willing to go all out for you. Shining in public, still taking over the wheel. Now no denying it's hunger in my stomach. Yeah, I say what I feel, know what's really real. You like a precious jewel that's been discovered. My greatest gift is my real blood in it to the end. You most definitely one special woman. Yeah, life been born to live, still I admit this. Trust and nothing can come above us. But we gotta be willing to risk it all and throw it all away. Cause what I'm feeling is spiritual and I want you here to stay. You give me a reason to show you off and let the world see your face. Yeah, I'm believing and you living long, you know better, it's whatever it takes. Cause baby, I'm willing to risk it all and throw it all away. Cause what I'm feeling is spiritual and I want you here to stay. You give me a reason to show you off and let the world see your face. Yeah, I'm believing and you living long, you know better, it's whatever it takes. With it.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I have one last question for you.
Dope.
So you said
Thank
you don't want to like be signed or anything. Do you think that you would ever want to go into like producing or, promoting or, producing other or managing other upcoming artists?
You know what? That's exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm trying to build mine from the ground on up. So I'm not worried about. I'm not trying. Like I said, I'm not saying that I don't want to be signed. I'm not trying to be signed. You know what I mean? Like if a person came up to me and said, "Man, look, I want this on the soundtrack. I want this on this," then we can make a deal off what's going down. You feel what I'm saying? But it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Trying to get involved with some type of entity. You feel what I'm saying? Or try to, seeking that. So I was just looking at it as me making music as I'm making music. I'm building it up. I just said I just wanted to put myself out there because I'm investing in myself.
Right.
My first album is something that I wanted to throw for the world, for me to put myself as the artist, B-Luv, B-L-O-V, as the artist off of Life Entertainment. But after that, you know what I mean? Like I got songs that I write. Like I said, I write music. So I can just write songs. I can get an artist and, use them. And, to say, man, look, I got some songs I need you to, to perform for me. And, and go off that and be on that type of level of finding artists and doing it like that. So right now, I'm just, putting myself as the platform as the first artist off of Life Entertainment. But after I put, like I said, I'm working on the second album. I just want to do 3 albums. After I do these 3 albums, I'm really complete and done and just going from there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'm glad you joined our platform this evening, and I hope you stay on your grind.
Yes, thank you for having me.
I do too. So where can we find you? Where can the people?
I'm on Facebook. You know what I mean? Frederick Sanders on Facebook. You know what I mean? On Instagram, Frederick Sanders, Frederick. Sanders, Sanders. You know what I'm saying? You after this, I hope if y'all look at me and be on my Facebook page and become my friend on that, then I'll let y'all know what's going on with other things that's happening with me. So,
Okay. Okay.
Before we go into discussion about 6ix9ine Takashi, I wanted to congratulate my girl, my queen here, Tanza, on her new radio show.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's what's up. What's your radio show name is?
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Miss Londa. Thank you. I'm on Hits 107.3 The Beat on Mondays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So I just do my little Today with Tanza on there and talk to the people about the stuff that's going on in the world.
Already. So how can we find you?
Hits 107.3 The Beat. But I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm trying on Twitter and a couple other things. But Facebook and Instagram.
Already, okay.
Yeah. So you guys can find me there, and of course you can listen. But I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna look you up and try to keep up with your music and your career, and where you go from here.
Yes, thank you.
For sure, because your music is good. I don't know if I got a chance to say that, but your music is good. I like the elements of it, and I can appreciate, you wanting to reach all kinds of audiences.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to be in one category. I mean, because if I was making music for this generation today, it'd be different. Right. You know what I mean? Because I'd be like, this is what the generation's listening to right now. You know what I mean? And I know the sexual type of shit that's going on with it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's not, I got some sexual stuff in there, but it's not like that's what's going on. You feel what I'm saying with me? So, because I don't want to just touch one type of people. You feel what I'm saying? It's for everyone. You feel what I'm saying? So I make music and let it pop off the way it is. So I'm giving y'all the whole meat. You know what I mean? Like I guess me, you know what I mean? She's everybody. I don't know.
I can appreciate that. I really can. So best of luck to you.
Yes. So this was my question for on 6ix9ine. Why does he get a pass? That was my question. I've been wanting to ask that question. I just want to hear from other people.
Get a pass.
How does he get a pass?
I mean, what? I don't know where his pass at.
Yeah, what pass?
I hear a lot of people saying that he gets a pass because he really wasn't about that life, and it was mainly for promotion and stuff. But I was raised in the hood, so I kind of know, like, once you get in, you in. So you don't,
You know what? I did a study on Takashi. I'm sorry, I just want to speak on it real quick. I had when you told me that this is about to be a topic, I looked at some interviews that he was on, and he's a boy jumping into a gang that didn't know nothing about no gang shit, no gang stuff. He came he was making music in the hood, in his neighborhood, and he hollered at a guy that knew another guy that knew Shotty. So he asked him, can they be in the video, because he said something on his music about Billy. You know what I mean? Like, if I was in Gary and I said, oh man, I got some vice stores around the hood, so I tried to find me some vice stores to be in my video. Now that's what he did. He had Shotty, and Shotty was the guy that knew the blood. So all the bloods that was in the video that blew that song up, they blew up. And he got excited off of it that first time doing that. You know what I mean? He had all the pieces together as a boy, just jumping into it. Like, look, let me go ahead and jump into this. But he wasn't no gang member. He wasn't not the street code type of shit for him to be going off of what's going on that them guys was doing over there. You know what I mean? So when he came over there and he got them guys over there and they blew the hell up, they want some money. You just can't come over there just like if you came to my hood, and like when we was coming up, you coming to my hood and shit, we don't know you, nigga. We was messing with you. Like, who is you? You know what I'm saying? Who you coming over here for? You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So I mean, when he came over there and he hollered at these guys, it's like, you know what I mean? Who is this guy? You know what I mean? Shotty could be the man of what's going on, but the guys in the cut is the ones that's gonna hit this up. Look, you know what I mean? Like, all you gotta do is take one dude to be saying something like, man, who is this nigga coming over here? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Then he flossing, then he throwing his paper out there, then they blow up. So they looking at like, we got you paid, we got you blew up, we blew you up. So where I cut at? Now, if he would have came over there to the hood and do some comments, because that song won't keep on rotating, so he's gonna get paid every time it get played. So at the same time, every time it get paid, he's gonna get played. So you should have threw your chips on the side, conversate Shotty and them guys over there and kept it moving, because then after that, they would have been like, oh, that's a real nigga. That's some real shit. But you didn't do that. So you blew up off of it. Them niggas, okay, we gonna kidnap this nigga. Well, I shit at. Well, give me some. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why he snitched, and that's what I'm saying, as him being as a kid that's jumping into something, not knowing how to treat motherfuckers and how to do things with shit, you know what I mean? That's what makes the shit is, you know what I mean, pop off. Because he was already snitching before he even got into that whole little demonstration. He said on the interview, like, I was already cooperating with the police. Just like a little boy, he being scared. You know what I mean? He gonna automatically do that. Because he's not a game member. All that little tattoos and all that, that's for looks. But when it comes down to him, because he got pissed off about he said the reason why I had snitched on all them guys because Shotty messed with my girlfriend. He beat his girlfriend up one day. Thought that she, because he accused her for messing with Shotty. He beat her up, and she said she lied on her baby. He said, no, I didn't do it. And next thing you know, he, you know what I mean, he accepted it, and he come to find out, when he found out it was really real, he whooped her ass again. He got in a fight with her again. Next thing you know what I mean, he looking at Shotty like, dang, dog, you know what I mean? But he didn't say nothing to him. So he like, forget that dude. At the same time, as he did doing all that, he was cheating on his baby mama himself. So if you're gonna accuse your wife your baby mama to do things that she's doing, and you're not accepting what you have done to her, what you mad about? What you pissed off about this dude? I don't know this dude from a can of paint. He's not something like who I grew up with. Like I said, he came into the thing. So I don't know this dude. So I'm supposed to trust my wife before I trust the people that's around him. You know what I mean? Just like your child. I trust my child before I trust the world. You see what I'm saying? So at the same time, if you messing with some dudes, can't blame him for trying to like my baby mama. I don't even know you, dude. You're not my homie like that. We didn't grow up together. We didn't cut bread together. You see what I'm saying? So he don't know that guy like that. So at the same time, I can't blame him. She the one that gave you some pussy. She the one that gave you the, you know what I mean, handle the business. She's supposed to know better. She's supposed to have been looked at it like, okay, damn, why the hell, like, you know what I mean? No, I can't do that. What the hell you doing? Tell my boyfriend, like, man, your boy Shotty is out of pocket. He trying to do this type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So with him getting he was getting off of hurt. So he was already cooperating with the police, and at the same time, as he being pissed off at Shotty for having sex with his baby mama, he said that's the reason why I snitched and let it be known about them. You know what I mean? But he was using them guys and throwing flags and acting like that. But soon as, you know what I mean, because he was just involved with it. He was never affiliated with it. You know what I mean? He never was, you know what I mean, brought in, like he wasn't sworn into this type of shit. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't sworn into that type of gang life. You feel what I'm saying? He was just using them. He knew the tools. He was brilliant enough to be like, man, look, let me use these guys. You know what I'm saying? And they blew the motherfuckers up, because the rap industry is based off that. A lot of gangs, a lot of, you know what I mean, a lot of, you know what I mean, drugs, a lot of little different shit that goes on with the rap thing. You feel what I'm saying? So if you utilize these type of things, people gonna navigate to it. And he knew that. And that's what he did. You know what I
mean? But is it true though that he did commit some of those crimes that he did snitch about though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you dealing with guys and you being down with these guys, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been doing music for a minute. I dealt with a lot of people that you know what I mean? I was like, man, I ain't messing with y'all no more. I see how y'all cut. You know what I mean? So I'm cool on that. But you're not recognizing. Real means recognize enemies and lies. If you're not recognizing what's real, is not, you know what I mean, just speaking the truth about shit. You can be real by you even lying to motherfuckers. That's really yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So at the same time, recognizing what these people is around them and shit, by him doing what he being down with and not cutting these niggas no money. And like I said, when he was motherfucking having all them guys with him, and he was participating with the acts, or even not even participating, but being around them, not letting it be known, you're not a boss, nigga. You're not a boss. A boss would let these dudes know, look, nigga, no, you ain't going that around me, dude. You jeopardizing my whole little demonstration. See what I'm saying? You not knowing what's going on inside this whole little camp for you to motherfucking, you know what I mean? For you to know that you're supposed to know what's right and wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Taking something from somebody or, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're supposed to know this shit. If you're a boss and you bringing in the bread like you're supposed to be bringing in the bread and we all around you, you need to let these niggas know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? You just can't let these motherfuckers do the things that they're doing and then accept about you not getting, you know what I mean, looked at because you a leader of the shit. They looking at you because you bringing in the money.
Right, but so, okay, he was floss flagging, he was using them, but what happens to though in the hood when guys is false flagging? That's my whole thing. They don't get a pass.
The last thing I want to say on a real note is that Takashi said on this interview, and I can't go against it because I'm a man myself. His mother told him that them guys is not no friends to you. You know what I mean? Them guys know no friends to you. You snitch and you do it. So his mother told him what he has to do, and he made that decision up. So if his mother said what he had to say, then that's the whole nine. And you know what I mean? That's what's up.
So
but when it comes down to the hood,
always do what they mom tell them to do, though.
I know they don't, but I mean, his mom had, you know, his mom told him what's up because she know that he's a boy, that he was not cut like that inside something. You know what I mean? You weren't brought up in this world like that. You was a kid that was running around vandalizing shit. You know what I mean? Trying to be bad type of shit. You weren't cut like you was mobbing with guys and, you know what I mean? Like when we was kids and shit, we didn't make no money and shit. You know what I mean? We would just go to our friend's house when we was kids and be like, what's up, play some ball, have a little sandwich and shit, play some Nintendo. His mom come downstairs, but we knew each other and we made it friends. But once that money come involved and we start motherfucking saying, okay, nigga, we about to make money, we click up, you know what I'm saying? So I don't do, you know what I mean? You don't have women and children around the thing that you got to be held accountable for your own shit. So them guys, you know what I mean? When you clicked up with these guys and he not cut like that, then his mama know what's going on with his situation. So shit, she know that he's a little boy, them guys one of your friends, and you know what I mean? So she told him what's up. And as a man, I can't go against that, but honor that from his mama telling him what he did. So that's the protection that I feel as though he have over him right now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't go against that, but I'm just saying the thing that he did in the hood, I mean, I don't know that. You know what I mean? But I just say that he's not, he's just a child that's trying to be bad. Like he was bragging on the bad thing. Yeah, we did do this, we did do that. It ain't cool to be motherfucking robbing motherfuckers, hitting that shit up. You know what I mean? That shit ain't cool, cuz. You trying to be bad, nigga. It's niggas that's really out here that they ain't trying to be bad, nigga. They know they bad. You know what I mean? They know that they about that life. They know about what they do. They ain't bragging about the shit. They ain't trying to make it seem like it's and put it on the staircase. You know what I mean? Put a trophy like, oh yeah, we do this. Yeah, I shot that nigga. That's some childish shit. You see what I'm saying? Come on, cuz. You know what I mean? You ain't doing that like that. You feel what I'm saying? So people see that when it's just a time of you see what's going on. He the first one to pop it off on the type of shit that's going on. So people looking at it and at the same time, he really is letting it be known that, you know what I mean, he's trying to figure out what's fair. Nigga, you not being fair to yourself. You know what I mean? You say you get what you give, but you can't call loyalty to somebody if you're not giving loyalty to them. You can't call your wife, you can't say loyal to your baby mama if you're not being loyal to her or cheating on her and think that she can't be loyal back. You see what I'm saying? That ain't your pussy. That ain't how it go down. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep it G with yourself on all ends. Like I said, it's hard for me to hate. If a person, it starts with me first though. It don't start with the person in front of me. It starts with me first. So I got to approach it like that. You know what I mean? With love. But then if I see some otherwise, then I know what's going on with the person. That's what recognizing enemies and lies is about. You know what I'm saying? That's what's really real. You know what I mean? It's meanings to these words that we use and we got to put out there. It's literature with life. Life is a game, period. That's a game, period. We're going to always be banging. You see what I'm saying? In life, because we was all born into it. But when you got all these other things that pops out of the battle and shit, you jump into some shit that you don't know nothing about, nigga, it's on your end. You see what I'm saying? How you going to deal with it? You got to stick with what you know.
So, Rodriguez, I wanted to ask you your opinion on the situation.
You mean about Takashi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, when I analyzed it, I kind of feel like it's just a bunch of like, it was just a bunch of sloppy shit on everywhere you, no matter where you look at it. Even the guys that recruited him, you know, they knew better than that. They should have knew better than that. Didn't even put him on like that, you know. But they did. I mean, you can't really blame him 6ix9ine completely. He an entertainer and he gonna do what he do. And he don't got he don't got no codes. But he the type of person that you'll, you know, that somebody they're gonna try to make an example out of him before it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Just cause, you know, I had seen some a little minute ago. He was in the mall. Some people jumped on him. I ain't really dig into it, but that whole little thing with that music industry. I mean, I say he snitched, you know. But on another token, I say he didn't snitch because them guys weren't even his friends. So if they not your friend, how could you be a snitch? You know, I don't agree with what he did. I'm coming from, I put the focus on that game because they just should have knew better. They just should have knew better, in my opinion. This industry dude, they gave him all this responsibility, and they ain't have no dirt on this dude, and then they ain't had nothing on him. Shit, they're just sloppy banging, if you ask me. But
what do you think, Data?
Well, honestly, my opinion is I feel that, you know, I agree with Rodriguez. You know, whoever signed him, they knew they should have known better. But, you know, with the code, I feel like whether you are in the industry or outside the industry, especially if you're claiming to have any type of affiliation with the streets as far as gang wise, there is a code, which is the main one. Everybody know, no snitching. And the second one is snitches get stitches. Now, he walks around here like he's just untouchable, which is all fine. And it's all cool, it's all dandy, you know, his time will come. But, you know, I don't think that it's a good example to set or that he's portraying to be this artist, but you have a snitch jacket on. You know, I don't think that's like a good type of example to set, because when, you know, our kids grow up, our kids gonna be like, well, it's okay to snitch, you know, he did it and he all right. No. It's not okay to snitch.
That was my question. Like, because you know, in the streets, if they out here portraying, you know, they would get dealt with. But because he's an artist, he gets a pass.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's not fair. He shouldn't get no pass at all. I feel like
he just know how to move. He just know how to move. He just know how to goddamn get his little clout, and he know how to goddamn get his little spotlight shine on him. Then he know how to just get back and he just entertaining the crowd.
You know what though, y'all?
So me as just a regular person, I ain't in the streets. I'm not affiliated with no gangs. If I see something and I snitch, did I just break the code?
You just broke the code.
But look,
so come on. I'm a civilian.
This what I want to
I'm a civilian. How that apply to me? Don't apply to him. But he was really false flagging. He was with them. He was doing these things. I'm not into none of that.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying.
A civilian can't be no snitch. A civilian can't be a snitch. That's what I believe.
Look, yes, he can. See it. Hey, I'm saying, look, I'm just saying like this, y'all. When, like I just said, man, Takashi, everything have a cause and effect to it. Now you got to look at it, y'all. You know what I mean? When it comes down to people saying that the snitches get stitches, is because we make money together. And when I'm motherfucking, when you first started off, and if I met Rodriguez and me and him was homies and shit, and we grew up together, we not thinking about no money right now. We just playing. But once we start clicking up with the homies that we fuck with, that we grew up in, like Black 100 and all the other guys, they were sworn in it as a child. They were sworn into that type of shit as a shorty. So when you motherfuckers, you start making money amongst your guys, then hell no, stitches. You don't snitch about what we got. You get caught with that dope, nigga. That's your shit. You don't tell on it. That's where that came from. That's where that came from. But when it comes down to this guy snitching about what's going on with the activities, that's a whole beyond type of thing. That's a whole different type of situation because nigga, you use these guys. That's how I'm looking at it. You use these guys to blow the fuck up. Like I said, that first video was them guys. They really is gang members. Them really bloods. So if you using these guys, to blow up, that's what blew that shit up. And when you got all these guys and you see this dude up there with Jeremy and he bragging about all this shit and everything else, and he banging and all that type of shit, been around him for them couple of years or how long it been before he got, you know what I mean, got realized that his baby mom was getting fucked and all that other shit that's coming out. I mean, you guys to understand that this man was around these guys and they was being around him because he got money. He was making money. He was making this shit. But at the same time, in the cut, like I use it all the time, just like you in the cut, you got the homies and man, like shit, nigga, he blew you up. Nigga, where I cut at? Where our money at? But see, that's when
if they've been doing this, they didn't know to ask for a cut from the dough end. If you
see, that's what I'm saying. You got a group.
You're not gonna ask for a cut.
Shotty. See, this is what I'm saying. He had a homie like me and Rodriguez. That's my homie right there. Next thing you know, Rodriguez holler at somebody else. You see what I'm saying? That somebody else knows Shotty. So Shotty is the one that have all the, you know what I mean, the people that's behind him. Now I walk up to Shotty and I compensate Shotty. I give Shotty some change for looking out for what's going on. But the guys in his camp, the people that's in the video and shit, everybody didn't get paid. Them niggas still on the block trying to hustle and shit get paid. Well, you see what I'm saying? So at the same time,
with Shotty.
But see, you said what?
Seemed like the issue should be with Shotty.
But that's what I'm saying. Shotty is his issue. That's the reason why he snitched, because he fucked his baby mama. You see what I'm saying? That's what he said on the interview. He said the reason why I snitched is because Shotty fucked my baby mama. That's the reason why I snitched on the whole fucking count that was doing all the other shit. You know what I mean? But you didn't have no control over it, nigga. You know what I mean? If you, like I said, if he motherfucking would have compensated Shotty, and I'm pretty sure he did because he was the person that he hollered at. You know what I mean? To get the guys. If he would have compensated him, threw him some change, and looked out for the guys that was even involved in the video, like writing motherfuckers down, like names, like look, nigga, all right, look, or just look out. You know what I mean? They would have looked at that nigga a whole different light. You see what I'm saying? They would have looked at him like man, shit, okay, boom, and keep it moving. But since he didn't do that, huh?
So what I'm saying is though, he met Shotty first, right?
Yeah, Shotty, I mean, he met his homie.
Shotty had to be the one to introduce him to all the other guys, right?
Yeah, I'm saying no.
Why Shotty ain't, you know, my boys, they want to do this, you know what I'm saying, but they gonna need, you know.
He didn't do that. I mean, but see, motherfuckers ain't thinking about that shit. They just seeing what's going on, being in the video. So you see what I'm saying? But you know, them guys that's out in the block shit, you motherfucker got a guy that's coming up there. You ain't saying a lot of them guys don't even say shit to Shotty. You know what I mean? He probably, if he one of them guys that's supplying them guys that's out there, and I'm pretty sure that he's not, but I mean pretty sure that, you know what I mean, infiltrating a lot of them. It's a lot of infiltration that goes in. Basically, that's what Takashi 6ix9ine did, is infiltrated the motherfucking camp. You know what I mean? So if he coming inside something that he don't know shit about, you motherfucking being down with him, they still doing what they doing. You can't, these guys that's behind Shotty don't, you know what I mean? They don't look up, I mean, pretty sure that they, you know what I mean? Ain't no monsters and shit. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of motherfuckers. Ain't nobody gonna be, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers in the cut, all you gotta do is take one person and say some shit in the back. Like, who the fuck this nigga is, man? He ain't compensate us. He ain't give your ass an idea. Nigga, he ain't give us nothing. He ain't look out for us. And we blew that motherfucker shit up, nigga. What the fuck? What's up? Let's go and hit this nigga up. You know what I'm saying? And one day we did that and pop it off. Just because of what's going on, because you ain't look out. You know what I'm saying? And we know that you ain't look out. But that's how shit goes down.
I don't look at it like, maybe he was, you know, I don't know. I just kind of don't look at it like he used them. I look at it like it's their own fault. I mean, because that's like somebody say, Yolanda, you want to be in my video? Well, how much I'm going to get paid? To shake.
That's what, you know, when I talk to
in though, if you know, people gon', you know, act like, you know, if you ain't speaking up, you know, closed mouth don't get fed.
Exactly. But you know what he did was different from us asking the guy that, you know what I mean? If I came up to you and I said, look, Yolanda, I want you to, I need you in this video. You know what I mean? You got a whole lot of girls. The difference between that is that I didn't hang on to you. I didn't keep you in my camp. I didn't stay down with you. You know what I mean? I gave you what you gave and kept it moving.
But
See what I'm saying? But see, he stayed with them niggas. He treated Shotty like he was his friend, like he was down with his ass. He treated that motherfucker like he was the manager. He managed that motherfucker. Shotty was one of his guys that he was motherfucking fucking with. Like that's my one of my big homie type of shit. You see what I'm saying? So he now once that video blew up and he did a second video about it, and it blew up more and more. He with them now. That's why you see him in the videos and doing things that he's doing. Now you with them. Now if you with them, the other guys thinking that you one of them guys. But at the same time, you didn't get in the way we got in. Just like I use this all the time with Joseph. You know what I mean? When Joseph, you know what I mean, a dream. I'm telling you, I'm a spirit. I love stories in the Bible. You know what I mean? But when Joseph gave one of his pieces he saved Egypt by giving one of his half to the people. That's what saved Egypt. See what I'm saying? By him giving 1/4 of the people and keeping what he need to keep. You know what I mean, on the side. So he didn't motherfucking feed his people. He didn't look out for other motherfuckers, you know what I mean, for him to be saving the motherfuckers in there. So that's what makes him hold accountable for his shit that he done, because you dealing with guys that you kept holding on to. You should have let the motherfuckers go and kept doing what
they should have left his ass. They should have left him alone.
If I'm doing all this for you and I'm not getting paid, what am I hanging on to? That was on me to still keep lagging along and not getting. I mean, if
I got this little dude making money and he making money and shit, why would I let him go? He need to let me go. You know what I mean? He need to wake up on my kind of ass.
Because you ain't getting
just like if I was a grimy ass nigga, and I'm motherfucking and I see this dumb motherfucker keep on coming to my motherfucking spot when he know I don't really like his ass, or he don't know I don't really like his ass, and he keep bringing me money. So fucking what? He gonna keep bringing me money, but on a real note, you know what I mean? He's a target. He's something that I'm motherfucking look at like, okay, fuck that nigga. But at the same time, I'm gonna keep him around because he keep bringing me fucking money. You see what I'm saying? So why would I let him go? He could have let me go. He ain't recognizing what's real about me. That I'm a grimy ass nigga that I will bust you in your shit when I want to. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, he not recognizing that I'll fuck your bitch and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? And all that.
So I have a comment. It says, I read in Rolling Stone that he got his fame from doing pretty much the same thing on the internet. He would start beef and people would actually pull up on him ready to fight him, and he wouldn't fight at all.
Yep.
So that's true.
It's true. That is true. That is.
Well, I think they played themselves though. That's just my I feel like they played themselves. I mean, if you gonna go in without a contract and you don't get nothing out of the deal, I just feel like that's on you. You dumb.
If I seen I wasn't getting nothing the first go round, I wouldn't even continue to stay. Okay, after I
expect nobody to read your mind. Like, even if they do have some kind of a thought that you might want to get paid, hell, you ain't said nothing. So fair game, I guess. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
So, did you see the interview on YouTube with, I think, Wacker? Ooh, I be messing up these people's names. Let me Google
Wack 100.
Wack 100.
Wack 100. Yeah.
Yeah, he be on Clubhouse.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just watched that the other day, and he was kind of lighting into him.
Yeah.
He was like, he wasn't really giving him a pass, but he did say he wasn't, he wasn't blessed in. He wasn't blessed into that for real.
He wasn't jumped into no game like that. He had to fight and get down with motherfuckers and shit like that. Where you know what I mean, this is what's up. You know what I mean?
Then why do it? Why even put the
false flag?
Yeah, why even
you putting yourself out there?
Yeah, like why? It's enough dying already due to gang relation brutality. So why even put that type of jacket on yourself? You could just be out here acting silly like you've been doing, causing trouble, getting somebody to fight you instead of walking around talking about some own blood. It's
claiming, and you.
Yeah, I understand.
But we all know when that happens in the streets, like for real, you know what happens. So this is my thing. Why do he get to do it? It don't matter if he wasn't paying them people or none of that.
I don't think that I don't think he got a pass though, sis. I don't really know that. I don't think that he got a pass. It's just the point of they know that he's cooperating with the police, and people is not just gonna jump into him like that. You know what I mean? Because he using and plus at the same time, y'all gotta realize in the 1990s and the 90s and when Snoop Dogg and all the shit that was coming out, they was trying to ban music, ban rap. They don't like rap. You know what I mean? People was trying to say, forget rap is all black culture, is misogynist, is talking about women, is degrading and all this type of shit. And so when they got to a person, when they come to a generation that try to destroy a type of music, you know what I mean? That's not coming, because we was coming up off things that people was talking about positivity, like that's not cool to sell drugs. That's not cool to smoke this. It's not cool to, you know what I mean? But when you got, you know what I mean, a guy like Takashi 6ix9ine doing what he doing right now, it's just, man, it's just, they know that he protected by something that they're trying to destroy. They're trying to destroy the rap, period. You see what I'm saying? When it comes down to the music genre of how outrageous people be in, you know what I mean? It's a lot of rappers that get killed, you know what I mean, that just coming up locally. Just because you're a rapper, they be targeting people like that. You know what I mean? And you doing things like that. That's what I'm saying. If you're not having you know what I mean? That's why I say, man, everything got to start with Christ first. You know what I'm saying? You guys to know that these things that you entering is that, you know what I mean? It's the world. You know what I mean? It starts home. You start with what you got to have your foundation standpoint on. And that man, if he believing in what he believed in, if he came off from above, then I can't go against it. You know what I mean? For what he done. But if it comes off of something that he just did off of some scare shit or what's going on, then we're gonna see what happens from that. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't my place for me to even worry about that. I just look at it where he's a boy jumping into a game that like that game is consists of a lot of people that sold drugs. And when you in the drug building, I sold drugs myself. When you in the drug thing, you see all these different things that comes into play with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just glorify you getting the money and all that shit, but you gotta understand it's a dead end. It's a lot of death and a lot of bullshit that comes in with that shit at the same time. And if you want to get out, it's a decision that you have to make by looking at it, by you saying, okay, no, this is not for me. This is not what I could, you know what I mean, fuck with like that. But that industry, a lot of guys that shit is still trouble. You still got ties in that industry up there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of ties that comes on in that industry, and that's what people be talking about when it comes into play with it. And he jumping into that type of game, into the type of rules that apply with that game. You know what I mean? So therefore, he don't know that, and it's not making sense to him because he's not about that. He wasn't selling dope. He didn't do that to know them type of rules. You know what I'm saying? He jumping into it as a music, as an artist, as a kid, and using them guys to be like, okay, come on, let me be in this shit, but you ain't about this shit. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense for him. You feel what I'm saying? Because he don't know the rules of, you know what I mean, of that type of shit. Because it's consist of all that. You know what I mean? So
right, Dana, closed mouth don't get fed, who works for free. Right, I feel you on that. Then Stacy said, the streets is real. Not much has changed since I was a kid. He played with fire, so oh well, polo tink tink.
Polo tink tink.
All right.
Okay. So let me give you a scenario, right? So you know how, let's just take 14-year-old, right? They done ran into one of these big, older gang members that, running it. And now they want to get into this and they out here and then they get bumped off, like maybe the first 2 weeks that they supposed to be involved in this and they snitch. What's the difference? Is it different for them?
No, it ain't different because you holler at a, like if I'm in the hood, right? And I grew up with the little nigga, you know what I mean? This little guy coming to me and he say, look, man, he want to get on. That old head, that big homie supposed to let him know what's going on off top. You know what I mean? Or what he getting into. If I'm supplying you with what's going on for you to make money, nigga, you better know what's going on snitching on me. You don't get this from me. See what I'm saying? If I'm dealing with this shit, nigga, you don't say nothing about this because you came into me. I come to you. You came to me and you was envying what the fuck I have and what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? So if you envying what the fuck I have and what I'm doing, then you making your own decision. You making your own choice and making them trying to be down with me on some shit. And that's what I'm saying. So if you trying to be down with me and you come up to me and be like, look, nigga, I want to get on, I want to have a nice ride. All you looking at is the materialistic shit, but you not, like I just said, people look at, like with me, you jump into the fence, good, die young. You're supposed to know that because you jump into something that you don't know nothing about the rules and regulations of what's up. You just seeing the money. You just seeing what this person is making. You see what I'm saying? But you're not knowing that you got to have a heat. You got to put the shit in your gas and your, you know what I mean, and things that the consequences that comes with the shit. You know what I mean? You got to deal with the death and shit and the spirits and all that crazy ass shit that plays in it. So if I talk to a little homie that come up to me and be like, man, look, I want to get on because, you know what I mean, I like how you doing it. I got to let them know, nigga, on everything I love, I'm doing this to you. But if you get caught up, nigga, that's your ass. You out of pocket. You know what I mean? You're going to have to, you know what I mean, throw me some shit or, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, know what's going on. So you let his ass know off top this is what's up. So when you get caught up and you in that interrogation and police tell you what's up, you got that on the back of your mind what the homie told you. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga on the real note, when you get the fuck out, we at your ass.
And
you
so
get what I'm saying?
That Takashi being the age that he is, he didn't know that?
He didn't know that because he wasn't affiliated with that. That's what I'm saying. He was a little, he was in the streets, but he wasn't, he was like I said, he was like, you go to the suburbs and the kids that do shit, like black people, we smoke weed, we be on other shit. White people, they be on meth, be on some other shit. You see what I'm saying? They come up is different from how they do things that's bad. You see what I'm saying? And as Takashi coming up, he was doing things like in the street, just walking around and being loud and just being a kid. You know what I mean? Running around the streets and shit, just doing things like vandalism and shit like that. Or you'll see an old person and knock them down, people loud, like, yeah, yeah, and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But he was just, that's what I'm saying. He was not in Philly. He wasn't involved with guys that was really making money in coming up type of shit like that. You know what I mean? And doing things like hitting people up and type of shit like that.
So would Eminem get a pass?
You said who?
Eminem.
What did Eminem do?
I'm just asking. If that was Eminem, would he get a pass too?
See, Eminem, if that was Eminem, I can't say that because Eminem came in.
I just want to understand.
Eminem came in like shit. He was making music. He was working. That nigga was working. Like that 8 shit was really real of what the fuck he was on. You know what I mean? The dude was working and he had skills. That motherfucking flow. You know what I'm saying? He can rap. You know what I mean?
So you feel like Takashi got a pass, Miss London?
Well, from what I'm hearing, like he's saying he's a little boy and they was using him and all this and this and that. But I'm just looking at it like,
I don't think he got a pass.
I don't think he didn't get a pass.
No.
He didn't necessarily get a pass. He got lucky. That's what he got.
Oh, okay.
I think he didn't get no pass. I think he's on the real. No, this is my opinion though. On the real, I don't think he got a pass, but I just think that he's one of the guys that did it. You know what I mean? He coming off like Tupac. Like I just like when you jump on the NBA floor, you got Michael Jordan printed on that mug. You come out in the game, you feel like you're Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? That industry is built off of, you know what I mean, how Tupac, you know what I mean, put a lot of stuff that he was doing. Like when he got shot 5 times, he blurted out and said things, and motherfuckers is following a lot of trends off of that. You know what I mean? So he really just, you know what I mean, throwing shit out there off of what's going on, and he blowing up off of because, you know what I mean? But at the same time, shit, it ain't a pass. It's not a pass. People is not passing him up like, nigga, you ain't out of pocket for what you're doing because you're not accepting what you're doing. That's the point. That's why his pass is not valid because you're not accepting what the fuck your wrongs is. You thinking that you AG with everything. You see what I'm saying? That you snitched on these guys and you just catching feelings off. You never been hurt before. That's some high school shit. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. You know what I mean? Your girl messed around and shit like that. You messed around. You're not holding yourself accountable for cheating on her. Then what? You know what I mean? It goes around. You know what I mean? So
that's it. She gonna leave a scar, definitely.
Exactly. You feel me? On a real note. So it's like it's gonna feel a scar, but at the same time, that he not accepting his own wrongs on the tip. You know what I mean? So that's not a pass for him. I don't think.
He know he got to live with that. He know he got to live with that for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
Okay, so
not only. Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you before I play Apex Legends. Can you give us the rundown on that?
Apex Legends. Yeah. No biscuits. You know what? On the real, you know what I mean? I had got Apex Legends. A friend of mine, I told him I'd be making music, all right. And Apex Legends, the guy that, you know what I mean, I was working with, he had said he got a beat. He be making video games. You know, when you play the video game and you got the music in the background, you know what I'm saying, playing. So he's like, you do that. So I was like, all right, bet. I ain't never played the game before in my life. You know what I mean? I don't know shit about the game. I don't know nothing about the game, but he told me some details that he wanted in the game. I studied a little bit on the game and I put it together and said, okay, bet. You know what I mean? Let's do it. So that's how that came about. You know what I mean? It was cool. He gave me details about it. I wrote the song, had my homie mix it down for me, and you know what I mean? It's a cool little video game. You know what I mean? It's a real video game that people play like Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Different characters that's in the game. And like I said, life entertainment consists of a lot of things with kids. Cause I love my son, and you're not just utilizing the whole nine. You know what I mean? Just hitting the shorties on a lot of little other different things too. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I had to keep about.
I'll read one last comment. It's from Dana. No pass. Karma's going to catch up with him. So I'm going to go find Apex Legends for y'all. This is going to be a video, you guys.
Hope y'all enjoy the video.
Nice to meet you, dude.
Right back. Nice to meet everyone, all of y'all. You know what I mean?
Nice to meet you as well.
Right back. We should do this more often.
Every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central
Yes. I can dig it. So where y'all from? Where you from, Rodriguez?
I'm an artist out of Montgomery, Alabama. It's right now though.
You said what, sir?
I'm in Memphis, Tennessee right now, Fred.
Okay, that's all right. And where you from, Data?
I'm from Texas, Austin.
Texas, Austin. Linda, where you from?
I'm from Gary, Indiana, but I live in Minneapolis.
Already, okay.
You already know it's the same with me. I'm from Gary, Indiana, but I reside.
Yes, I already know. And Taser, you is from New York, right?
I'm originally from New York, but I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
ATL already. You can dig it.
Share.
So Linda, how long you been in Minnesota?
Since '89.
Oh, okay. You a vet. Okay. You a vet. You got it down back up there. Okay.
I still call Gary home.
Yeah, it is. That's where everything started. My first kiss, my first everything. You know what I mean? I'm making a song about that. My first love. You know what I mean? It came from, everything started from where it came from.
It sure do.
Yeah.
So was you writing songs when you was in Gary?
Yes, I did. I mean, like I said, I have a cousin that got signed by Naughty by Nature by KG. My cousin, you know what I mean? We grew up together and everything. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
We grew up together and everything. And he like I said, we'll get geeked up and we'll hear some songs from him. We'll be all excited and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Let's go in the room and write some songs. So we'll write a little version. Next thing you know, we'll be like glitched out and leave. But like I said, my uncle Kenny gave me the name Benny, and he was talking about music when we was little. So you know what I mean? I was making songs in Gary, but I wasn't all serious like that. You know?
Okay, cool.
Y'all bear with me, it's loading.
I just want you to know that there's a lot of Frederick Sanders on Facebook and Instagram. So I can't find you.
It's a black picture. It's a black, it's all, you can just see it. It's let me change my picture. I got the video on there, so the video is showing the black, and ain't showing my face.
Found you.
Got me? That's what's up.
Oh, it is taking forever to load. I tested out, everything was working just fine.
All business.
I'm trying to sign out, I'm trying to. Give me 1 second.
Not working?
It's taking forever to load. I don't know why. I tried it. I tried all this out earlier and it worked just
It
fine.
wasn't. All business.
That's your profile with the flat screen TV on it.
Say what?
That's your profile with the flat screen TV on it, on the picture, on the profile picture.
No, I got the video. We got the video showing a little snippet of the video. It's a little black. It's black. You can my profile look black when you look up. You know what I mean? The video is not playing. I'm gonna change my screen.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
The video?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try that then.
Just type my name in. I just changed my picture, man. It got the Apex Legends picture on it. Feel it on?
Yep, here it is. You.
Oh, this you right here, Taser.
Yeah, all you know is you can't put this stuff on the floor.
Yo, I still got that box and shit?
Yeah, I got it on. I got
Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, it's like Call of Duty and shit.
You see it now.
There we go. It keeps pausing though.
You want some drink? Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's pump it up.
Inside this thing, I don't think that. Every not fit the title of kill leader. The honor of kill leader is mine.
So I know about this game called Laid Back Snitches. I like that character Pathfinder.
I guess they are the kill
Yeah,
leader.
that's right.
No kill leader can stop Pathfinder. Well done, friends. First one.
Is it real? Is it clear to y'all? Can y'all
No.
really see it, or is it? It's not clear
No,
to you.
it's jumping.
Gotta make some moves. Yes,
Yeah. You know what though? I can send each one of y'all individually the video.
Get your
I
whole
mean, so y'all can check it out.
shot. No, baby, see no sleep or hesitate. Recognize the business, see me on it with open eyes. Sniper hitting fast. The name is Pathfinder. One of my attack is coming from behind. What? Yeah. In this game called Ep.6. Stay alert. Don't sleep, stay on your feet. The enemy's a treat, and you can be who you want to be. In this game called Ep.6. Different kinds of games. Stay alert, don't sleep, stay on your feet. The enemy's a treat, and you can be who you want to be. In this game called Ep.6. No remorse and pity, only mission to kill. No fear at all. This robot stay on. One of the coaches in this game, stay chubby.
I'd like to welcome our
No one can hold it. One fuck, don't stop, keep up. Now I can collect my reward. You know my right, flat line.
How big that we are touching on this evening.
No, y'all on. Let's go.
I got this.
I know that Data had, one of the skits that she's doing.
60 seconds and counting.
And we're raising some fire points in your conversation here.
Yeah, shooting at me. Grenade. How awesome. I completed the objective. Right? I guess they are the kill leader now. No kill leader can stop Pathfinder. Well done, friends. First blood. My task is done. My inside this legend, I will bring that. Every not fail the title of kill leader. The honor of kill leader is mine.
Goodbye, champion.
That was no kill leader to me. In this game called Ep.6. Different kinds of games. Don't sleep, stay on your feet. The enemy's a treat, and you can be who you want to be. Call Ep.6. Don't sleep, stay on your feet. The enemy's a treat, and you can be who you want to be. Call Ep.6. Stay alert. Don't sleep.
Outside. I think outside. So I don't think everybody has any or not a friend.
All
Sorry, y'all. Sorry, it's not
But I think certain
clear.
Maybe you can send it to me in the DM on Instagram. Go ahead and send it to me and I'll check it out that way.
So you guys couldn't see it like at all.
It was just a
was-
big old pause and
It kept pausing.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Well, I enjoyed
We'll
this
check it out.
discussion as usual. Thank you for joining us. B-Luv. Till next time, everybody have a good evening.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. And nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you
To the
too.
commenter, Stacy, Dana, Janine, you guys have a good evening.
Good
Have a good
night.
evening.